Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Sit tight because this is a story that's got everyone in the NFL talking, especially us Bears fans. Word on the street is that the San Francisco 49ers, currently sitting at a solid 9-6 and eyeing those playoffs, might be making a bold move that could shake up the entire NFC landscape. And the rumor is that Christian McCaffrey, yes, the dual-threat running back who's been a game-changer for the Niners, could be headed our way to the Chicago Bears. I know it sounds wild, but hear me out because this could be one of the most significant moves in recent NFL history, especially for a team like ours, hungry to take that next step and compete at the highest level once again. Let's start with the background. The 49ers, sitting right on the edge of the playoffs with a 9-6 record, have been riding high on McCaffrey's explosive playmaking ability. He's been a key piece in their offense, a versatile back who can run, catch, and create mismatches all over the field. At 29 years old, he's still performing at an elite level in 2025, with impressive stats that turn heads. He's played 15 games this season, carried the ball 280 times, which puts him third in the league, rushing for over 139 yards, averaging 3.7 yards per carry, and tallying 9 rushing touchdowns. But it's not just his running. McCaffrey's also a threat in the passing game, with 92 receptions for 849 yards and 7 receiving touchdowns. That's a total of 16 touchdowns, and his yards after contact, or YAC, are among the best in the league, making him a nightmare for defenses. This kind of versatility is what makes McCaffrey so special. His ability to transform an offense, adding over 250 total yards per game, really elevates a team's offensive efficiency. His EPA per play, expected points added, stands at 0.22, showing how impactful he is on every snap. His career stats are nothing short of historic. Over 426 rushing yards, 61 rushing touchdowns, and a consistent yards per game average of around 69. 3. Even with some minor injuries, missing 2 games this season due to a calf strain, he's still a major threat. His comparison to Alvin Kamara is fitting, but McCaffrey's ability to both run and catch makes him a true dual-threat weapon. He's transformed defenses, turning what was once a decent attack into a powerhouse capable of gaining over 400 yards per game, a significant jump from their previous averages. Now, why would the 49ers even consider trading someone like McCaffrey? Well, there are a few reasons. First, the age factor. At 29, they're likely looking to rebuild with younger talent, especially as their offensive line, which has been aging, needs to be reinforced. Plus, they're facing some salary cap pressures. Reports have surfaced indicating that the 49ers are about $20 million over the cap, and with Brock Purdy's recent extension taking a big chunk of their cap space, they've got to make some tough decisions. Trading McCaffrey could free up that cap space, allowing them to focus on extending Purdy and bolstering their offensive line, which is critical for their Super Bowl aspirations. From the 49ers' perspective, they're reportedly asking for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027 in exchange for McCaffrey. That's a significant price, but when you consider what he brings to the table, a game-changing player who can turn a game on a dime, it's understandable. The Niners are also looking to shed some salary and bring in younger players, especially on the offensive line. The aging OL has been a concern, and with McCaffrey's departure, they might focus on building a more sustainable, youthful core for the future. But what about us, the Bears? Well, this is where things get really interesting. Chicago, sitting at an impressive 11-4, has been quietly building something special this season. The offense has been reshaped with a focus on speed, versatility, and explosive plays, especially with the injury to David Montgomery earlier in the year. Now, with a backfield that includes Khalil Herbert and the promising rookie Roscoe Johnson, adding a player like McCaffrey would be a game-changer. He would not only complement our existing backs, but elevate our entire offense to a new level. Imagine a backfield with McCaffrey who can run, catch, and make plays in space, working alongside Herbert and Johnson. That's a nightmare for defenses. Our offense would be more dynamic, more unpredictable, and capable of big plays on every down. McCaffrey's ability to gain 1,200 rushing yards and around 800 receiving yards, along with around 15 touchdowns, would make him an instant impact player. His presence alone could boost our red zone efficiency by around 15%, giving us more scoring opportunities and helping us convert those critical third downs. Plus, his ability to create mismatches against linebackers and safeties means defenses would have to adjust their entire game plan when facing us. And let's not forget the impact on our overall offensive metrics. With McCaffrey, we could see an increase of about 1-2 yards per attempt and an EPA per play boost of plus 0.4, which translates into more points and more wins. His history of gaining over 300 yards in total offense in a game makes him a reliable playmaker, especially in tight spots or when we need a spark to ignite our offense. His addition would push our total yards per game from around 360 to nearly 400, making us one of the most explosive offenses in the league. That's exactly the kind of boost we need to stay competitive deep into the playoffs and make a serious run for the Super Bowl. Now, let's talk about the defense. The Bears' defense has been solid this season, but with the added offensive firepower, they could get even more opportunities to rest and make plays. Gaining around 10 more possessions per game would significantly improve our chances, especially against tough NFC North rivals like Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. The Lions, in particular, have been a thorn in our side recently, but with a more potent offense led by McCaffrey, we could flip the script and start controlling games from start to finish. This move, of course, isn't just about improving our offense. It's about establishing a new identity, a true Bears dynasty that can contend year after year. Imagine the headlines. Chicago Bears acquire Christian McCaffrey, and suddenly our offense is a matchup nightmare for every team in the league. With McCaffrey's ability to make big plays, extend drives, and create mismatches, we'd be looking at an offensive juggernaut capable of scoring in bunches and controlling the clock. Plus, with his experience in high-pressure playoff games, he'd bring a veteran presence that could be the final piece in our puzzle to bring Lombardi back to Soldier Field. And speaking of playoffs, the odds of winning would skyrocket. Bookmakers are already giving him a plus 2,000 chance to win the Super Bowl, but with McCaffrey in our backfield, those odds could tighten significantly, maybe even to plus 900 or better. His playoff experience has been remarkable, and he's proven he can perform under pressure, which is exactly what we need in our quest for the ultimate prize. Betting on a guy like McCaffrey, who has a history of stepping up in big moments, makes our Super Bowl dreams a lot more realistic. Now, I know some skeptics will say, but what about the price? Is it worth giving up future picks for a player who's past his prime? Well, let's be real. The Bears have the assets and the cap space to make a smart move, and acquiring McCaffrey wouldn't mean overpaying. We're talking about a player who can immediately impact our chances of winning now. Plus, with the potential to extend our window and build around him, we're not just making a short-term splash, we're setting ourselves up for sustained success. In conclusion, folks, this could be the start of something truly special. The Chicago Bears, with the addition of Christian McCaffrey, could redefine their offensive identity and become a legitimate Super Bowl contender. It's a bold move, but in today's NFL, bold moves lead to big wins. The division is shifting, rival teams are watching, and if we pull this off, it could be the pivot that launches us back into the elite tier of NFL franchises. The future is bright, and the potential is enormous. This is the kind of move that could mark the beginning of a new Bears dynasty, one built around explosive plays, versatility, and relentless determination. Get ready, Bears fans, because this story is just getting started. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. Do you believe this move could be the one that finally pushes us over the top and back into Super Bowl contention? Or do you think it's too risky or overpriced? Whatever you're thinking, let's get that conversation going. I'll be coming back soon with more updates, more rumors, and all the latest news from Soldier Field. So stay tuned, keep supporting the Bears, and let's keep dreaming big because the future is bright and it's ours to take. Bear down.